Level 51, The Forgotten City. Survival difficulty, Class 4, Unsafe, Unsecure, Medium Entity Count. Level 51 is the subterranean site of an ancient city once inhabited by the lost, now long abandoned and fallen into ruin. It consists of 3 primary sections: the outer labyrinth, the city within it, and the temple at the center of the city. Description: the entirety of Level 51 is suspended within an underground cavern. Based on the manner in which many structures appear disturbed, it may have possibly been located elsewhere before no-clipping into this cavern. The architectural elements in Level 51 resemble those of various ancient cultures from all parts of the world in the Frontrooms. However, its overall style does not align with any known singular culture and seems distinctly unique. All forms of technology cease functioning within Level 51, and cannot be operated until removed. Thus, the level cannot be documented in any other manner relying upon technology, including photo, audio and video. The source of this phenomenon is yet to be identified. Level 51 may be divided into 3 primary sections, which are as follows. The Labyrinth. Pots.jpg. Pottery recovered from Level 51. Upon entering Level 51, wanderers will first find themselves in a marble maze, with faded zigzag patterns of gold lining the floor. Pottery, baskets, and candles are strewn about in the corners, and grapevines permeate the cracks in walls. There are also holes of various shapes and sizes in the ceiling, some dripping with black ooze. The labyrinth's layout constantly shifts. As every attempt to map it has resulted in an entirely different map that contradicts previous and later attempts. The most effective strategy to navigate the labyrinth is to employ the wall-following technique, often used in the traversal of mazes. It will only work properly if done from the entry point, however. At diverging points, only take the path that is yet unexplored. Following this strategy should guarantee reaching the exit within an optimal amount of time. The city. Beyond the labyrinth lies the city. Not much of the original structures remain, eroded beneath the sands of time and liminal decay. From what does remain, it can be inferred that this city once consisted of houses, farms, and markets belonging to citizens from all castes of society. It was a prosperous, long-standing and densely populated area, comparable to present-day Level 11. It is unknown why all the inhabitants of this city had abandoned it, but it may be related to its possible displacement from its original location. No human remains have been found. The temple. At the center of the city lies the temple. Compared to the rest of Level 51, it has aged considerably better, though that compensates for little. The entire structure is slightly lopsided, an overgrowth of weeds choke the outer walls, and waterfalls gush from its sides. Various relics may be found strewn about the temple's main hall. They range from the tatters of ceremonial garb, to idols, to broken blades and arrowheads forged of iron. Several instances of a certain insignia may also be found. Although this symbol was previously documented, its meaning had long eluded those attempting to study it. With the discovery of Level 51, it is now theorized to be a religious symbol, possibly representing the gods of the lost. Pantheonlogo.png. Mock-up of the insignia. At the end of the hall is a large wall engraved with an inscription that details the various gods of the lost. A transcription of the wall's contents may be found here. Numerous statues stand throughout the temple, likely depicting said deities. However, many of them have been defaced, and thus cannot be identified. The manner of damage to these statues appears more deliberate than natural. Beyond the main hall is another section of the temple, appearing to have been hidden and sealed off. This area is an expansive meeting hall, within which is a large round table encircled by 24 marble thrones. Behind each throne is a door labeled with a lowercase Greek letter in clockwise order. Most of the doorways are currently locked, save for those labeled Gamma, Theta, Lambda, Mu, Nu, Omicron, Pi, Upsilon, Phi, Chi, and Psi. Due to the apparent significance of this area, and its barely understood nature, it will remain sealed off from wanderers and its specific location will remain undisclosed, while the MEG conducts further investigation and research. Entities. Within the crevices of level 51 dwell entities such as deathmoths, death rats, and crawlers. The temple is the only part of level 51 devoid of entities. The entities will never approach the temple, seeming to intentionally avoid it for reasons unknown. Bases, outposts and communities. Level 51 is not currently inhabited by any humans. However, archaeological evidence indicates that it was once a place of importance to the lost. This importance was specifically placed on the temple, where they would have regularly congregated to conduct the worship of various deities in their pantheon. They eventually abandoned this city for reasons unknown, and for a long time believed that it was completely gone. Following level 51's rediscovery, the Lost has bombarded the MEG with letters of caution, showing a level of panic unusual for them. The most recent one reads as follows. To our acquaintances within the MEG. Recently, we have heard of your rediscovery of Alisama. You must cease all activity within this level completely. This is our 5th letter on this subject, and we shall continue this communication until you cease. This city was forgotten for a reason. You have awoken something that neither you nor we can fully fathom. Leave. The MEG has filed away these letters in their records, but their activity on the level has shown no sign of stopping thus far. Entrances and exits. Entrances. Level 51 may be accessed by no-clipping through a painting in level 57 which depicts the temple. According to the artist, it was only recently painted. Exits. Enter one of the holes in the ceiling of the labyrinth to go to level 10 or level 20. Do so with caution, however, as some entities may lurk within the holes. Enter any of the unlocked doorways in the temple's meeting hall.